A little bit more, yes. And within healthcare, it felt like it was mostly a move of, the neglected sectors of last year, getting a little bit of a bid. But now it is more of a forceful outperformance that we've seen right there. I do think you have to be careful in terms of the kind of high momentum names. You mentioned Meta. It feels like they're just kind of emptying the tank to get this last 0.25% of upside. You got Palantir down 3.5% today. You got Robinhood down 5% after absolutely massive, very vertical runs higher. But it just sort of shows you a little bit of fatigue in the retail favorites that have been pacing that part of the market. So again, it's not something where you say, oh, the market's character's changed overnight, but it's showing you the maturity of some trends.
What'd you make of what Ken Griffin down at that bank conference had to say about the prospect of tariffs, some of the rhetoric causing damage that's already been done? And, it's going to be a hit on growth, potentially. I
think he's giving voice to the way the market instinctively feels about process. It's not necessarily the goals that there's an issue with, or even that there's something specific in terms of a fear. It's a matter of it's this kind of an erratic decision-making process. It's not like tracking legislation through Congress where you can kind of handicap the probabilities. And it does feel as if the intent is to kind of move almost too quickly to have people figure out what you're going to do and what the implications are. That seems like the mode. So I am not surprised that Griffin, as a general kind of free trade, free markets guy, is much more interested in getting the process clear, making sure the ends are known, and then proceeding methodically.
Well, he knows that look, markets don't like uncertainty, and markets like chaos even less. So I think that's what he is understood.
In the short term, yeah.
All right, so bell's ringing out, and we're going to go out next. That's us for us. See you tomorrow in OT.
That's the end of regulation. Infinity Natural Resources ringing the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Seal SQ Corp doing the honors at the NASDAQ. Well, stocks trading in a very tight range today, though. Most sectors actually finishing higher for the S&P. It looks like the S&P may be just fractionally higher as Fed Chair Powell shares his outlook for the economy with Congress ahead of tomorrow's key inflation report. That's the scorecard on Wall Street, but the action is just getting started. Welcome to Closing Bell Overtime. I'm Morgan Brennan with John Ford.
And we have got earnings results coming this hour from Gilead, DoorDash, Lyft, Zillow, and Freshworks, along with a business update from Supermicro. We're going to bring